I'm Rebecca O'Sullivan. I'm a registered civil celebrant and I reside in Rockingham. One of my services that I conduct are funeral services. People often ask me, how do you do those? How can you manage to get through it? And sometimes it is a struggle because you feel what the family are going through. But the joy of it is you're the one that's been given the privilege to send those people off on their final journey. And these days funerals are more a celebration of somebody's life, not necessarily a mourning process. People still grieve, but you also celebrate at the same time. You need to contact a funeral director and they will make all the preparations for you. But you don't necessarily need to use their celebrant. If you have a celebrant that you like or somebody in particular that you'd like to use, you're more than welcome to be able to use them and just let your funeral directors know. And there's so many different services available these days that you can do, from memorial services to unattended cremations. And you don't have to have it at a funeral service, at a cemetery. I conducted one quite recently at the Cruising Yacht Club, and that was just lovely, absolutely lovely. And it portrayed who the person was and the family and what they wanted, and that's what's important. Before I became a registered civil celebrant, I worked in the veterinary industry for 10 years. During that time, I developed a very strong understanding of the bond that people develop between themselves and their pets. For people, their little dog or their little cat are a lot more than a pet. They are what we term a fur baby, because those little animals become a part of their family. And when the time comes for them to make that decision that they have to let go, it's a very hard and traumatic time for them. And a lot of people don't understand the grief that they are experiencing. That's where I can help you. Through my grief counselling and my pet services, I can help you to understand a lot more what you're experiencing and what you're feeling, and to help you to say goodbye to your gorgeous little fur baby. The grief people experience, like for me personally, I've lost animals. I've lost my fur babies, my beautiful animals, my beautiful dogs, and I've lost a son. And the grief that you feel between losing your pet and losing your child, there really isn't any difference. The only difference at the end of the day is the grief for your pet tends to ease a bit more than the grief for your own child. So that's where my grief counselling comes in. And I hope that I'm able to help you through that process, that terrible pain that you will feel, and help you understand what you're going through, and let you understand that it's quite okay to be having the feelings that you're having. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me on the number listed below. I'd be more than happy to discuss any queries that you will have and help you start your process to get your event just how you'd like it to be.